This Indian Navy SSBN can hunt with nuclear weapons beneath the ocean for 365 days a year, and Pakistan has no way of countering them. This admission has not been made by me, but by strategic experts in Pakistan. So while Khwaja Asif or Bilawal Bhutto might threaten nuclear conflict over the Indus Water Treaty, in reality, we'll tell you how Pakistani strategic experts themselves are shaking over India's military and nuclear advantage. According to this report in The Diplomat, as India rapidly expands its fleet of nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines or SSBNs, defense analysts in Pakistan admit that balance of power in South Asia has shifted decisively in New Delhi's favor. We'll tell you why exactly Pakistan's biggest concern is the Indian Navy's sheer dominance and advantage over its smaller neighbor. By fleet strength, Indian Navy is the fourth biggest in the world today, while Pakistan is not even in the top 30 list. You can check out the analysis published in The Diplomat by Pakistani strategic commentators Usman Haider and Abdul Moiz Khan. Now, these Pakistani experts confess that India's sea-based nuclear force has evolved from a symbolic deterrent to a sophisticated strategic asset designed for continuous at-sea deterrence, or the CASD. This means deploying at least one nuclear-armed ballistic missile submarines on patrol at all times, hidden beneath the sea and ready to retaliate if India ever faces a nuclear threat. And the numbers explain why. Today, the Indian Navy is not just stronger than Pakistan's Navy, it enjoys an overwhelming one-sided advantage. India operates 2 aircraft carriers while Pakistan has none. The Indian Navy fields around 16 proper submarines compared to Pakistan's 8. It also operates 13 destroyers and 17 frigates, whereas Pakistan has no destroyers and around 10 frigates, which are outdated. In manpower, the gap is striking: 75,500 personnel in the Indian Navy compared to only 30,000 in Pakistan. But what is really worrying Islamabad's strategic planners is not simply the size of the Indian Navy. It is the rapid expansion of one of the world's most exclusive military capabilities, which is a fleet of indigenously powered nuclear ballistic submarines capable of carrying nuclear weapons anywhere across the world. Now, globally, only 6 countries possess operational SSBNs, which are the United States, Russia, China, France, United Kingdom, and India. These submarines form the most survivable leg of a nation's nuclear triad because, unlike land-based missiles or aircraft, the nuclear submarines are nearly impossible to detect once submerged across thousands of kilometers of the world's oceans. Except for food, Indian nuclear submarines never have to surface. Even Pakistan's new AIP-powered Chinese-origin Hangar submarines would become sitting ducks for target practice when they resurface to charge their batteries every 15 days. According to Pakistani analysts, India is now approaching a critical milestone. The Indian Navy currently operates 3 SSBNs, INS Arihant, INS Arighaat, and INS Aridhaman, but a 4th secret submarine, INS Arisudan, is expected to join the Indian Navy fleet in 2027. Defense planners generally consider 4 SSBNs the ideal required to maintain uninterrupted patrols throughout the year. Once submarine remains deployed on deterrence patrol, another prepares for deployment or returns from the sea, a third undergoes maintenance and refit, while a 4th is used for training and operational certification. By the end of 2027, Pakistani analysts believe India will possess exactly this capability, allowing at least one nuclear-armed submarine to hunt underwater 365 days a year. This guarantees a second strike. INS Arihant in 2016 was initially equipped with K-15 Sagarika missiles, but it has a range of 750 kilometers, which limits operational flexibility. India then developed a far more capable K-4 submarine-launched ballistic missile with a range of 3,500 kilometers. This means that India's SSBNs can patrol from deep inside the Indian Ocean and still strike anywhere inside Pakistan. And the fact is, Islamabad has no way to detect Indian SSBNs, let alone counter them. INS Arihant and INS Arighaat feature 4 vertical launch tubes. However, the newer INS Aridhaman class incorporates 8 launch tubes. They are 18 meters longer and displace 7,000 tons compared to 6,000 1,000 tons for the earlier vessels, allowing them to carry more K-4 long-range ballistic missiles. Even larger S-5 class nuclear submarines are already under development. For Pakistan's strategic community, India's expanding SSBN fleet has made the strategic balance in South Asia absolutely one-sided. But what do you believe? Should the Indian Navy lead Operation Sindoor 2.0? Leave a comment, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.